Hello, Luann. Welcome back to Soapdish. How are you?
Hey, Mark, I'm doing great this afternoon. It's a beautiful day here in Florida, isn't it?
It is. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Every day is beautiful, pretty much here.
It is. Every day is
Yeah.
beautiful in Florida.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
yeah.
good being here.
It's the sunshine state,
Yes,
as they
right.
say. All right. Well, we're going to talk a little bit of bold. Well, you start out with Young and Restless, and then we'll move
Yeah.
to the bold today.
Okay. All right.
Let's start out with Noah. This whole story of Noah and Newman. This story is kind of interesting.
Yes, it is.
There was an accident in Los Angeles. Noah, who's played by Lucas Adams. That must be the new Noah. I haven't looked
It's
up
the new
names.
Noah. He doesn't look
Yeah.
anything like the old Noah.
No, but okay. I'm going to stop right there because I got to ask you a question. Because I was watching this very carefully and I rewound it even on my DVR.
Yeah.
He looks different. Is there some explanation for that? I haven't seen anything.
No, I have never seen anything. If that the other actor that portrayed him just didn't want to come back. I had a feeling like he wanted to, but or were they looking for a different look for Noah? Maybe they're bringing him back as more of a regular. And
Well, why don't there's no explanation for the change in appearance, though, is there?
No, there really isn't.
Okay.
I thought they would say, well,
Me
we did
too.
some, he had some, bad injuries on his face,
Right.
so we had to do a little plastic surgery
Exactly.
to kind of answer for that. But they never
Right.
really did. So
They
we're
didn't,
just,
did they?
So as the viewers, we're just supposed to go, okay,
Oh, okay, well.
it's a different Noah, but it's Noah.
There's really no, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Usually they try to make some kind of a cover story there, that makes sense to the viewing audience.
Right. Well, we were giving them an out here where we could say that he had some plastic surgery, but they didn't even do that.
They didn't even take it.
They just said, "Hey, it's good to see your handsome
Good to
face
see
again."
you. Yeah, right, exactly. So he wakes up from this medically induced coma.
Yes.
And things are kind of starting to kind of come out here that they're concerned. Sharon and Nick are concerned about learning about this man named Mitch Beall, who we think is Matt
Bacall.
Clark.
Mitch Beall.
Bacall.
Yeah, Bacall. Yeah.
Mitch
and
Beall must be his real name. Sorry, I
don't
got that wrong.
Maybe. Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mitch Bacall, and then he's also known as Matt Clark
Right.
in the past.
To the historians of Genoa City, yeah.
Yes,
Nick and
because-
Sharon and everybody.
Yeah, because Nick and Sharon sure recognized him right away. And you and I, when we podcasted the last week, I don't really remember him. That's a long
either.
time ago. I mean,
don't
they
either.
were both in high school. And, and I have to admit that perhaps I wasn't watching Young and Restless on a regular basis at that time.
Oh no!
I was an All My Children fan, so I just don't remember him. But Nick and Sharon sure did, and Nick even punched him out.
Yeah, I laid him out right at the
Yeah.
bar.
I mean, he didn't even say a word to him. He just came right up
Just
and
punched
boom.
him out.
Yeah.
Although he was kind of, that Mitch guy was kind of, what would I say? Kind of verbally abusing Sienna, right? Jack and Diane, they're trying to help Kyle through his situation.
His dilemma.
This whole thing is very that whole storyline is very troubling to me, Luann.
Is it for you? Yeah.
I like Claire, and I think this guy, Holden's just a dirtbag.
I think so too, and we'll talk.
We'll
a
get
little-
into that, but yeah.
We'll talk a little bit more, but I still don't trust him. Like they've all been saying to Claire, he's a player, and she's not seeing it. And I think how when we were young, sometimes women or girls want the bad boy, and I think that's what Claire is looking at she sees Holden. With Kyle, there's just more stability. And I think she wants a little excitement in her life, maybe, until she settles down. But it may be too late for her if Kyle, because Kyle is really disappointed and sad that she, like in today's episode, she told him, we're not a couple anymore. And I think that really hurt Kyle that she said that. And
I was actually surprised by that. I thought maybe she was going to be a little more open to
me too.
maybe reconciling when she got back there, but
Yeah.
Didn't look like it today.
No, it sure doesn't. And so Diane and Jack are trying to figure out, well, especially Diane, trying to figure out how can we work it so that, Claire sees the bad side of her grandpa Victor and sees the good side of Kyle. And Jack is pretty much saying, no, we as his parents have to stay out of this. He has to figure this out on his own, and which he does. It's like he's not a kid anymore. He's a grown-up.
Right.
Let him and Claire figure it out. But I was a little, we kind of been talking the last few podcasts that we thought Claire and Holden were going to hook up sometime. I thought they were going to do it in Genoa City, but then it ended up happening in L.A. She was a very different Claire while she
was a party animal,
Yes.
It's almost like Luann, it's like that rambunctious either teenage girl or girl that goes off to college.
Yes.
And it's kind of like, I don't want to listen to my dad, or I don't want to listen to, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I'm going to do it just because I can kind of thing.
Yes. I can make my own decisions.
Exactly. Feeling your oats, so to speak.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Okay. So Noah does end up kind of going through a little bit, starting to recall kind of maybe a little bit what happened the night that he had his accident.
Yeah, he was doing some little flashbacks with Sienna, which is very interesting. That part surprised me. She's more than just a friend to lean on or someone to answer questions about the business. And because when Sharon and Nick asked him, why he was in California and, what was his relationship with, Sienna or whatever. And he didn't really know, but then all of a sudden it was coming back to, because he didn't know why he was in the hospital. So he kind of blacked out from the accident. So
Sure.
They're trying to put the pieces together, but he's starting to remember some things. And we saw in today's previews for next week that Sienna pays him a visit
At the hospital.
Yes, I'll leave it at that, so the viewers can see that today when they watch it.
Yeah, let's just say it was a friendly visit.
Yes, she was giving him a really good hello.
Yes, agreed.
Okay.
All right. I think we gave it away, but that's okay.
Yes.
So Audra, today, let's talk a little bit about that, because Audra at the end of the show today, so Audra and Holden end up kind of chatting at the bar towards the end of the show, the episode today. Mm-hmm. And Holden wasn't being totally honest, was he? There's more to that damn story. He played it down.
I know, because he's telling her, he didn't say what he told Claire, but he said, I did fill Claire in on some things, but he said, I didn't give her all the details. And Audra said, well, what did you tell her? Did you make yourself out to look good and me to look bad?
Pretty much.
Yeah, he pretty much did. But he said, hey, I'm just trying to give you a heads up. I wouldn't have had to tell you.
Well, and he's right there. But,
yeah, and Audra's like, well, why did you even have to bring it up? We promised we would keep the past in the past.
That's what they call pillow talk.
Yeah, that's pillow talk. Yeah, and so those flashbacks, with Holden and Audra back in L.A. was kind of interesting, how that all transpired. But then in this week's previews, too, that you kind of wonder, because there's more to the story. And was this just a fake story that he told Claire, or were there just a few little truths in it?
Right, exactly.
Some things. But maybe he was in on more of the deal. He and Audra conspired to set up this guy. Who knows?
Or it was a pattern. I mean, this was one. He's acting like there was this one incident, probably because he knows that she could find out.
Right.
And he wants to be honest, but it's because they got caught.
Yes.
But how many other times did Audra and him do this before? That's what I'm thinking happened.
And you have to remember who she also hooked
Pickpockets.
With Tucker. And Tucker was a sly old fellow, too. And so if that's the company she was keeping when she was in L.A., Holden has to fit right in there. And that's why, we're concerned about Claire. It's like, Claire, you haven't seen his other side yet.
Yeah.
You're seeing the nice side of him.
The other shoe, yeah. Yeah, because he's your typical player guy that says exactly what he has to say to get what he wants.
Exactly, and he
irritating.
Yes. I know. It's frustrating when you see that happening.
It is. And it's so real on my soaps.
Yes, I know. You get.
All right, you got any closing thoughts, Luann, or thoughts on things that are going to happen there?
Well, I think it'll be interesting in today's episode. What will Victor take that bribe? And for $1 billion.
$1 billion. Used to be $1 million. Now it's $1 billion.
Yeah. We'll see. And if he was telling Adam that he's going to hold off and not release that AI program yet. And, and then, I'm trying to remember his name. Lily's ex-husband.
I want to say Chance because that's what I always do.
But
I know.
I'll have to Google here. But he got a text at the end from Amanda. She said, "Call me, it's urgent." So you wonder if the program got released, and if Victor is already saying he wasn't going to do it, did Phyllis do it? Who knows? I still think we haven't seen or heard from Phyllis for the last couple of days, and I'm wondering if she has something on it.
Wouldn't be surprising.
No, I know.
All right, a couple of people leaving the show that we talked a little bit about earlier, Luann. Courtney Hope is leaving the show. I don't know if I remember that one or not. But
now, tell me again, which character does Courtney Hope play?
Courtney Hope is she's the women redhead fashion designer.
Chelsea?
No, Chelsea is Melissa Egan. She's leaving the show also.
Oh, okay.
Courtney.
Courtney.
Sally Spectra.
Oh, Sally Spectra. That's Sally.
Yeah.
Really?
Courtney Hope is Sally.
Okay. Oh, she's going to pursue some other.
And she's the
projects?
second Sally that I'm aware of. So I don't know if they'll bring that character back or what they'll do. But
well, they were doing some really good. Lines for her. Her character was developing with Billy, and then they just kind of threw her again off to the wayside. And
I think that's part of it. She probably, I had read earlier that she kind of wants to have more of a role in the show. So
yeah. Isn't Melissa Claire Egan? Isn't that Abby or is that Chelsea?
That's Chelsea. It says she's leaving after 6 years of playing Chelsea.
Oh, she plays Adam's, girlfriend now.
Yeah, I know, and she did show up on the previews today for next week. So
yeah,
they must be going to somehow write her off the show. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, or unless
what
they
happens there.
recast her as someone. I don't know. But I'm disappointed with Sally Spectra because
Me too. I like that character.
Yeah, I liked her on Bold and the Beautiful.
Yeah, me too.
And I liked her on Young and the Restless. I don't think they fully utilized her they should have. But Do
you remember her aunt, the old Sally Spectra?
Yes, I
on
do
the show.
remember.
God, those were the years back in the
Yes.
day when that was on. That was fun.
When she made their lives miserable.
She was quite a character. Yeah.
At the Foresters, she made their lives miserable.
She was always with Stephanie Forrester. She was always tangling with her.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, let's switch over to Bold and Beautiful.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Let's start out with Sheila and Steffi. What do you think about the love fest between these two?
I think
this is unusual.
I know. I think their one goal is let's keep Luna in prison where she belongs. Even though I think for Sheila, she would rather see her granddaughter in, outside of prison.
Sure.
But I think she knows it's a better place for her that she's there. But it's weird. Yeah, it's strange to see that. But they both got hurt, by Luna, and during that shooting spree that she had.
Right.
So it'll we'll see how long that continues, because now Steffi and Hope have
That
made
won't
up.
last.
Yeah,
That
no.
won't last.
No, as Steffi and Hope have made up, there's a love fest between them two, and we'll see how long that lasts too.
Right.
But,
These things always kind of come around.
yeah.
Now, what do you think about this next character, pair of characters, Deacon and Taylor?
Yeah.
So Deacon has been kind of emotionally distraught for some time over
Yes.
his breakup with Sheila, or Sheila betraying him, basically.
Yes. Yes.
So he's been counseling with his psychotherapist, Taylor Hayes.
And they're both remembering their times together. They're kind
Yeah.
of daydreaming about each other. You know, Deacon, I think Deacon made the decision to take Sheila back because Taylor made it sound like there cannot be anything between us. We're doctor and patient. And
there
I
will
think-
be.
So Deacon was a little disappointed. I think he just thought, well, I have no
Then I might as well go
option.
back to the crazy one.
Yeah, I might as well go back to the crazy one. And then Taylor starts to think about him too, and remember how he comforted her. And he had the right words for her to make her feel good. And now in next week's previews, we see that sequence where they're dancing together at El Jardinos, and you wonder if that's just a dream sequence, because I thought, how could you be doing that there? Because Sheila would be around somewhere.
And she might murder someone.
I know, she already said that. But she's just in heaven right now. Deacon is taking her back.
She's just like a teenage girl in love.
She's in love, and Taylor, and this is how it is. Sheila just pops in at Taylor's office, even though she may have patients around. She's
I know.
like, just barges in her office to thank her, and Deacon's always surprised when she says, "Yeah, I went to see Taylor, and she's doing such a great job. I want to thank her in person." And Deacon is like, "Oh no!" I thought he would say, "What did you guys all talk about?" But he doesn't question anything. So.
I'm trying to remember earlier, was sometime this week that Sheila, or is it in the preview? Sheila ends up telling someone that she's becoming a little bit suspicious of Deacon and Taylor.
Oh really? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
And I think maybe I saw that in a preview or read it, but
Yeah.
that she tells somebody that she would kill her.
Yeah, well, she did tell Lee that she would kill her, but
That's who I was thinking of.
yes,
Was Lee?
yes.
Yeah.
But I would think in it could have been a preview, or it could be something that you read that's coming up, because
That could be.
I would think she's going to notice that Deacon is a little more distracted. And
The dance that you just mentioned, she
Yes.
probably witnesses it.
Maybe, and and if Taylor, if they could meet somewhere outside the office, maybe that would change things a little bit. But as she
These
was getting-
people seem to have a hell of a time doing that, Luann. It's always in somebody's office, or
Yes, with the door open.
the door open halfway or partway.
But as you and I have talked about, we would really like to see Taylor with someone other than
I like
Rich.
her and Deacon.
Yeah, and Deacon would
It's
be
a
good
weird
choice.
couple, but
Yeah, because we had talked about that within the last year, even
Yeah.
a year ago, that she needs a new person in her life. She needs to move on, and Deacon would be a good person to move on with.
it seems like an unlikely couple, but I like their chemistry on screen anyway.
I do too, and he clicks well with this Taylor.
He does.
I think
He does,
don't-
I agree.
I know you like the other Taylor. I don't know how that they maybe would have clicked.
Did the
with me,
word
too.
get out on that?
Yes, you like Taylor. I remember watching some of your
Okay.
podcasts, and you were just
Yeah,
in
with Terry.
awe of her. You were in
Yeah,
awe.
I know. Oh, well. Yes, I agree with you, though. I think this pair makes more sense than the previous Taylor that
I
played
do too.
Taylor.
I do too. Yes.
Okay. Well, let's see where that goes. I think that storyline could get quite interesting if they
I
do
think
it
so
well.
too. And I think as it progresses more, we're going to see that other side of Sheila come back, because
Oh,
Sheila-
definitely.
Yeah, because Sheila's
The
been
crazy
on-
Sheila,
the
she'll come back.
crazy Sheila. She's been on good behavior lately, and
I know.
And her only mistake was not admitting to Deacon that she knew Luna was alive. And there's a
Right.
part of me that can understand why she was doing it, but
Sure.
it still wasn't right. But we like the old Sheila too, the
Yeah.
sinister
for sure.
Sheila.
She's great at that role.
Yeah, she is good at that.
Yeah. All right. So there are new developments for the hope of the future.
Yes.
New designer, Dee, who's dating Remy.
Yes.
There's a big, what would I say, reveal this week of who is his boyfriend.
Yes.
And it turns out he walks into the design room and here it's Remy.
Yes.
And things hit the fan.
Yes, and and Remy had to expect that. It's like,
I know.
Did you think everybody would welcome you with open arms? It's like, I don't think so.
And would you ever dream that knowing that as soon as I show up there, that's going to come out?
Yeah.
You would make a point to make sure that you told
Him ahead of time.
tell him ahead of time that, hey,
Right.
just so you know, there's a history here, right?
Exactly.
Because when you surprise somebody like that, that's never going to go well.
No, it's not going to be well. I agree. I totally agree. And Remy was begging for mercy and
I don't think he's going to get it.
yes, I don't think so. I don't think so either.
Okay. Well, any other thoughts as we close out the bold? Oh, I want to make one other thought that just hit me at the end of the show today, and that is I think there's going to be, with Bill and Katie, I think Katie, did you notice today at the end of the show how they're setting her up for another Heart episode?
Yes, because her sisters were talking about it.
Yep,
Like,
exactly.
Would this bring a lot of stress on her? Because Will was crying, and
They're setting us up for that.
He was having a really difficult time. Like, how could my life change like this?
Right.
I had everything. I was happy. I have Electra. I was living with you guys. Everything was peachy keen, and then Luna comes
Shows up.
and Bill is saying, that's all my fault. It's all on me. And, and it is. But, and then Electra heard him as she was coming in the door, where he was saying, I love Electra so much. And so, and those two are going to, stick together through this. But, he's got the Luna crazy. She's got the Remy crazy, but he's kind of trying to change his tune a little bit. But then you have little Luna sitting in prison, delusional Luna, picturing that, she's going to live in one of the mansions with Will, and life is going to be wonderful for me, and he's going to get me out of here some way, somehow. And the reality sets
Not
in.
going to happen.
Not going to happen. And when they show the previews for next week, she
I saw
sees-
that, yeah.
Yeah, she sees that.
They're building a house, she
Yes.
said?
Will and Electra are moving on, Luna.
Yep.
And,
I got to get out of here, she says.
Yes.
So she's probably, I'm going to guess she's going to try and make a break in jail.
You think so?
That's my prediction. Yeah, I think so. She'll either try and
she'll do
con
something.
some guard
Yeah.
or somehow figure a way to burrow out of jail there in the
Yes.
Los Angeles County Jail.
Right, because she'll do something, I think. Don't you think so?
Yeah,
I think
do.
she will, because it's like...
Because they're not going to let her sit in jail for 9 months and have that baby. Something's going to happen here.
Exactly. I agree with you. No, I totally agree. It'll be interesting. She's going to be a thorn in Bill's side, Katie, and Will's side, and Electra's for a long, long time, especially once that baby is born too. And
Yep.
Katie was talking today how we'll raise that baby. It's your baby, so we'll raise it. But Luna won't be a part of it. But Luna, she's going to make their lives miserable.
Yeah, I don't think that story's over. We'll have to wait
I
and
don't
see.
either. Hey, and before we finish, the Young
Yes.
and the Restless, his name is Kane.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I said C.
Yeah. Kane, because Kane proposed that to Victor today.
Yeah.
$1 billion.
1 billion.
It reminded me of Austin Powers. when
Me
he said
too.
that.
Where he goes, $1 million. It's like Dad, $1 million doesn't go as far as it used to.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
the next week's episodes on both soaps look really good.
They do.
And
Let's hope so. Yeah.
Yes, I hope so, and I hope they take these storylines and not just drop them again. So I'm
Right.
hoping. I'm thinking Phyllis has something to do if Kane got that kind of message from Amanda, something's going on, and Victor's already told Adam, about this.
Right.
And then with Bold and Beautiful, we'll see what Luna's up to next week. How she's going to work on Will's sympathies.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
All right, until we dish again, Luann, keep it sudsy.
Oh, yeah.
And we're out.